Hi everyone, wanted to share our Barnes & Noble haul with you. We went on 2 different days, so this is 2 different hauls in one. We went once last week and we went today. I just thought I'd do just one video to show you everything instead of 2 small videos. Anyway, first thing on top here is a game called Multiplication War, and it's exactly how it sounds. You play in war, but with multiplication, whoever's answer is the highest one wins that round. So as you can see, we've already opened it and we played it the other day, and it was really fun. We had a lot of fun. My daughter, she's pretty good at multiplication, and my son, who just finished 2nd grade, is just kind of learning it still. So it was good for all of us all around. So it was fun. And then the next thing is this book. My daughter's been asking a lot lately about what the Great Depression is, so when I saw this book, I picked it up. So we're going to be reading this soon. And then my daughter's always been kind of interested in the Titanic, and we found this book. It's an interactive history adventure. It's one of the You Choose books for a 3-story pass, 35 choices, and 15 endings. So, I mean, I don't really understand how it can be 15 endings to the Titanic. I think we all know how that ends. But but I guess you can just pick your own ending, I guess. So she hasn't read this yet. She hasn't started it yet, but I might read along too because it sounds pretty interesting. And then today she picked up this one. She really likes this series, and this is the newer one, I guess, that she hasn't read. And I picked this up. If you saw my video the other day, I was talking about how much I love Roald Dahl. I can never say his name. But anyway, and I wanted to read this book, and I've been trying to get my son into this, and he has no interest in it, but he doesn't have a choice because I want to read it. My daughter's read this book before and she really liked it, and since the movie's coming out in like next month or two, I wanted to read this book, so I'm gonna read aloud so that he'll be a part of it as well, and maybe it'll get him interested in this author like I am. So, The Big Friendly Giant. And then the next book we have the DK Books Eyewitness Rocks and Minerals. I got this book because my son asked to learn about some rocks this summer, so we're going to do a mini. He knows a lot about different kinds of rocks, but he's really into rocks. He's always collecting them and everything. So is my toddler too, but so we're going to do a mini, just a little unit study over the summer about different rocks and minerals, and I like this one because it breaks it down pretty good into categories, and it has nice pictures. So this will be part of our unit study about rocks this summer. Okay, and then next are all workbooks. The top ones are my daughter's. She's going into 5th grade, but some of these books are 6th grade. It depends on the subject. We have the Cumin Word Problems Grade 5, and she had this book last year for Grade 4, and it's a really good book, so I wanted to get the next grade. Okay, and then the next is Grade 6 Spelling Skills. She had this book again also last year in the Grade 5, and it's a pretty good book, so I wanted to get the next level for her for next year. And Grade 5 Language Arts. We haven't used this one yet, but since, like I said, she had the Grade 5 Spelling by the same company, I thought we'd try their Language Arts. And it looks like a pretty good book. Actually, I think she already knows a lot of this stuff. So maybe I should go to the Grade 6 one. Oh, we'll see. And we haven't used these books before, but it looked pretty good. I had her sit down and compare some of the reading books, and she said this was the best one that I had picked out. So it's Grade 6, Reading Fundamentals by Flash Kids. And we got the Spectrum Fractions, grade 5. She's kind of learned about, she knows what fractions are, and she knows about fractions, but she's not too good at adding or comparing or anything like that with fractions. And honestly, I'm not much help, so I wanted to find some books that'll help her learn a little bit extra on the side. And I really like these Spectrum books, so this should be good. And then the next are from my son, who is going into 3rd grade. I picked up this book today about main ideas. Because I asked him when I said, do you know what the main idea of a story is? Do you know how to tell what the main idea is? And he just looked at me like, what? So I was like, yeah, let's get a special main idea book. So, yeah, so it tells a little bit of story, and then asks you some questions about it. You can compare what the main ideals are and the details. So this will just be a little extra work for him to do. This won't be his main reading book, but this is a little bit something extra to help him work on main ideas and such. So I also picked him up this Spectrum grade 3 multiplication book. Like I said, we like these Spectrum books, and he, like I said, is just starting to get into fractions, so I wanted a little bit extra something for him for fractions. And I also got him the Cumin grade 3 word problems book. He had the grade 2 one last year, just like my daughter had one. And like I said, they're really good. So I wanted to get him the next grade. And see, I got him the grade 3 of the spelling book too, just like my daughter. And I also got him the writing skills book. Like I said, I haven't used anything in this line other than the spelling, but since I like the spelling so much, I wanted to try the writing for him as well, because he does not like to write. So I want something that will teach him pretty good how to write the proper ways, but without having to give him too much writing, if that makes sense. Because if he has to write anything more than like a couple sentences, he gets overwhelmed. So that is our Barnes & Nobles haul. Thanks for watching.